Jonathan, what's up, brother? See, did you catch the video I did earlier, Jonathan? Yo, man. Steve, what's up, man? I had to jump back on here real quick for y'all. Real quick. Real quick. So, my brother, Abuna from Senegal, right? We just had a conversation. He said, brother, you don't understand how much you mean in my life. You know, how much knowledge is worth more than giving someone money. My brother Abuna said, he's from Senegal. He's watching this, actually. He said, giving knowledge is way more worth giving than money. This is what he said. And he said it's cool to have a like-minded brother like you that always gives his teachings. So shout out to my brother Abuna from Senegal, he's a Nar, which is a Moor. He posted something up and we just had to have a dialogue, because you know me, I don't rock with stuff that people put on the internet. I'm gonna say this again. I don't rock when people put stuff on the internet. That goes for YouTube, that goes for Google. Okay? It goes for both. I don't. You cannot, in law, use anything that you gotten off of Google. I don't know if y'all know that or not. Nothing that you get off of Google you can use in the court. It should be the same way with this information. You shouldn't be able to use it. Because the reality is that people can put what they want to put up there on Google. But if you're not a researcher and research it thoroughly, you'll get caught up. And this is why people today, I don't understand it in 2017, don't do the research on who the Moors are. So I sat with my brother Buna from Senegal, and he said, I'm going to correct that, because he saw it on Google. He saw it on Google. Being rich doesn't have to equate for having money. Rich can be rough. Yeah. So my brother Buna said he want to correct what he wrote. And I said it was many African countries that actually enslaved Africans. I'm going to say this again. If all our Pan-Africans want to be open and honest with ourselves, you would do the research. Many Africans, even in 2017 right now in the United States, we are enslaving our own people. How are we enslaving our people? You have a lot of judges, attorneys, police, corporate people lying to you. Even some of these professors in the college are lying to your people and not telling you the full story, or the truth rather. So when I had a discussion briefly with my brother Buna, and he said, I want to correct that, because I said those were the Moors that was Muslim that did it. If it was anybody that enslaved, it was those Moors that was Muslim. I hope I'm making myself clear for everybody. Am I making myself clear for y'all to understand where I'm coming from? So when you do your research on the Moors were Muslims, some were Jews, and some was Christians, not the Christianity we have today. I know some of these Moors won't tell y'all that, but I've been doing this for a long time. So it wasn't all Moors. That's just like saying all blacks are killers, but you don't say what blacks. You can say all blacks are coons, like some people love to say, or you can say that's a coon black. Does it mean that it's all of us? No, it don't. Are all of us killers? No. And I'm talking about blacks now. Does it mean that all blacks are killers? All blacks are drug dealers? All blacks are so-called coons that like we love to share? So was it all Moors? So I had this discussion with my brother from Senegal, which they call themselves the Nar. Those people that did do that, a lot of Moors did not participate in that. And I pulled out a book called the African Journal showing y'all that the Moors was enslaved. They replaced Moors with Negro. Okay? Not off of Google. I don't go to Google to find my information, people. So every time I see something, when someone puts something up about the Moors without doing their due diligence, you're doing yourself a disservice in your people. Reading the Trail of Tears, Rise and fall of the Cherokee Nation, yes. So, my brother said he's going to correct what he wrote because he found it on Google. Listen, people, if you're going to go to Google, do it thoroughly. Do it thoroughly. Okay? Pick up some old books. Pick up some old books on Spain. If you want to discredit somebody, what's up, B? If you want to discredit someone, that's all you got to do is put something negative out. So to keep people away from the Moors, they have to put that out there. Do y'all get it yet? For them to keep the lie going and to keep you away from who you are and your birthright and the Moors, they have to put out the Moors had slaves. And I can show you we have slaves right now, and we have people that putting our people in slavery right now in 2017. It's these people that you see on radio. It's these people that you see as your congressmen or your politicians. Anytime you got a black so-called leader that's talking about civil rights, he's putting you in slavery. I'm going to say it again. Anytime you have a black leader in 2017 talking about civil rights and knowing damn well civil rights is unconstitutional, it's only for discrimination instead of dealing with human rights. Think about it for a minute. See, this is real talk. This is real talk. Okay, let me see. My team. This is my OME of my teacher. I know him through my, So, fire at me, y'all. Bring me these Negroes that keep saying Moors enslaved Africans. Give me the tribe. Give me the, listen, this is what I want y'all to do. When they say that again, that the Moors enslaved Africans, ask them, what tribe was it? I'm going to say it again. Ask them, what tribe? Because it said, you see that document I showed y'all, where Spain fall once to the Moorish tribes, which means more than one. We all went to school. I don't have to break that down to y'all. So ask them what tribe. What you going to see? Ashanti? Yeah, they enslaved Africans. Yeah. See, the black power people don't want to tell you that. Yeah, they enslaved Africans. Okay? So give me the tribe. Let me see this. So why choose that particular group to identify with anyway? What do you mean? Moors? Because if you don't know who the Moors are, you're lost. What you should do is research who the Moors are. The Moors are the Cushites. I did many videos on this. Moors are Cushites, Moabites, Zegwi, Z-A-G-W-A. They're still Moors. In Senegal, it's called Nar. My brother on here right now from Senegal. Ask somebody from Senegal. It's a Wolof language, means Nar. So, we only taking it back. This is what Europeans, and if you dig, and the reason why I'm saying this is because when you dig into the history of the Moors, you would know your history. You don't know nothing about Spain. Go watch my other videos. Just study Spain. It's going to give you the history of your forefathers and your nationality being taken. They would never allow you black folks to wake up. That's why we deal with it. That's why. There's no such thing as white people. Stop saying white. White didn't come until the late 1500s. Modern. Read 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro by J.A. Rogers, was written in 1920. Ethiopians and Moors were properly used before the 1500s. I'm going to say this again. Ethiopian and Moors were properly used to describe the so-called black, so-called people before the 1500s. They are European words. They're not white people. Y'all keep giving these people credit. Stop giving them credit, dude. Y'all doing it. Even down to this white supremacy stuff. Kill it, man. Kill it. Thank you, Tyrone. Let them know again a Moor is not a religion. Thank you very much. But I got some Moors pushing it as a religion. No, it's not. You have Moors that was Jews, Moors that was Muslim, Moors that was Christians. So, let's see. Yes, but see, Jonathan, they only read 2.5 books, bro. I can't even see half of your questions because I'm in the sun. And if listen, I don't have to answer your questions on here right now. If you go to any of these YouTubes, punch in Sabir Bey, believe me, I answered a lot of questions, and I can't even see half of the stuff on here. So give me a minute. I answered a lot of questions. So why don't you go do your due diligence and do the research? And all the questions will be answered for you. Let me see what this person is saying. I got to scroll back, and I'm in the sun. Oh, I thought I just answered that question. So I thought I just answered your question, but I did. So in order to discredit anybody, this is what Europeans do. And we fall we fall right in line with the garbage. Right in line with the garbage, and we just feed. Yes, thank you, Brother B. There is no such thing as a white nation. No such thing as a white nation. Yes. Let me show this brother this. That's in case he answer his question. Let me show him this real quick, and hopefully he take heed to this. Give me 1 minute. See, they don't want to read anything. It's too much like right to read and research. Brother, I can't even see that. All my videos, believe me, I'm not on here to do all that right now. I did a video earlier before that. Watch the video before this. If you want to talk to me, inbox me. We can build. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not one of these dudes that shy away. But I can't even see half of this stuff on here, so I'm just going to keep talking. And I answered all your questions. Listen to me and listen to me clearly. Go to YouTube, punch in Sabir Bey. I'm pretty sure somewhere in there I answered all your questions. I got videos on Periscope. I'm pretty sure I answered all those questions. I don't have to keep doing this. You should ask these people who's pushing this garbage on you. So when I get time, I will answer that. Okay? And I probably already did. Hold up. Do you see? Let me let this I don't even know if y'all can see this because the sun is beaming. Look at my brother Boona right there. Boona. Didn't I just have this conversation? This is hey brother Boona. Let me show you something. Hey brother Abouna. This is my brother Abouna from Senegal. Brother Boona, could you give them the word for more in Senegal, brother? Could you, in Wolof, could you please give them that? My brother Abouna, could you give them the name for more in Senegal? No, Boona, I was saying, could you give them the name of the word more in Senegal? Thank you. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see what he just posted on there? Nar. So, who are we talking about? Who are we building on? See, this is the problem with some of these Pan-Africans. They don't do their research. I told you, I can talk to whoever it is, and I will show you, no matter what in language, what we were called. He just posted it up there, brother from Senegal. They were Moors in Senegal. Do they tell y'all that? Do they tell you that those were people were Moors in Senegal? But you keep thinking about North Africa. Come on, man. That's a Senegalese brother right there. That's my brother from Senegal. So why we got crickets on here right now? Where's the crickets at? Y'all thought the Moors was just North Africa? And actually, North Africa was not. It was called Amazigh. North Africa was called Amazigh, and the people was called the Imazigh, which means free people. Where is it a free people at called black? Where is it a free land called black? Talk to me. If we were Negroes before the 1500s and Moors and Ethiopians, then where the hell did this black thing come in at? Come on, man. Oh, you talking about Timbuktu? Yeah. See, they don't read those kind of books. Hold up. They don't read stuff like that. Here you go. Hold up. They don't read from Babylon to Timbuktu. See, my brother Boona said, I'm a Moor. Last name, I can't pronounce his first name, but he got his last name, Moor. Go ahead. Wait on that answer. I bet you they can't answer it. They can't answer that. They can't answer that. Hold up. But see, they're not going to read certain books. So hold up, let me open this up for them again. See that? The Moorish Zionist Jews in 1929. Brother, let me share something with you, because I knew you must be Jack on here. You rub shoulders with Europeans every day. Do you work for a European? Stop assuming because it make an ass out of you and me. Stop assuming. I guarantee you got a cell phone. I guarantee you probably work for the European. I guarantee you probably got a car and paying the title to their car. You rubbing shoulders with them. It ain't about that. Every nation have a nationality. Every nationality have a flag, constitution, and laws. Europeans, first and foremost, you were the first European. Get your facts right. The first Europeans were not them. They are troglodytes, Caucasians, or something like that. It ain't about nobody trying to rub it. So being a citizen is being part and partial. Being a citizen is having human rights, not civil rights. Get out of your emotions. It ain't about the Moors. I don't know what Moors you talk to, but the Moors that I know better. So did I correct that for everybody? Did I correct that? Because best believe, I bet you, are you working 9 to 5? Do you have a cell phone? Do you have a car? Which one? Rubbing elbow. What do you mean rubbing shoulders? Talk to me. Don't make me, okay. Brother, it ain't about no prisoner of war. When you got light and you claim to have light, so don't talk about us rubbing shoulders. So when you have light, light penetrates darkness. I'm gonna repeat this again. Light penetrates darkness. I don't use anybody as a stumbling block. Nobody I use as a stumbling block. Because when you got light, it penetrates the darkness. It's like a laser beam saying, I can't get through. The only thing that's stopping you is you by your ignorance. See, I can go toe to toe with a European. You don't even know my position or what I do and where I'm at. I'm in California. I'm in the entertainment industry. And I'd never back down, brother. And everything I'm doing, trust me, you're going to take what I'm saying here and use it too. You got the power, and you use it by your knowledge. Your knowledge. My brother Abuna is from Senegal. He's not talking about rubbing shoulders with Europeans, but he know what he have to do to survive. I'm not a prisoner of war, homie. No, sir. Sabir is not a prisoner of war. You put yourself as a prisoner. You make yourself a prisoner of war. I'm not a prisoner, and I ain't nobody's slave. And I don't use them cats as a stumbling block, nor do I sit up here and say white supremacy not to deal with reality. I don't do that. Because I can go toe to toe with the best of them. Bring me your scholars, bring me your European teachers, and watch. I can walk around this whole city and show you everything is mine. That stoplight is ours. That stoplight is from Ethiopia, red, yellow, and green, or red, gold, and green. That's ours. Okay, did you build your reality? But you are dealing with something from a European. You on his social media. So are you rubbing shoulders with him? You on his Facebook. Are you rubbing shoulders with him? The Facebook is his, right? If you're a prisoner of war, let me tell you what prisoners do. If I don't like somebody or like something, what I do is I separate myself from them. I'm going to repeat that again. If I don't like something, and anybody know me, if I don't like you, I don't mess with you. But I know that the Europeans are our children, and we taught them. See how that works? See, people love to have these cats on the sideline talking greasy. And every last one of these cats that talk about white, black power and all this, them niggas got a cell phone, they got a YouTube, they got a Facebook, they got a car and they pay car insurance. They're going to make sure they pay their tickets. They're going to do all of that. So if you're a prisoner, when you going to start fighting? When you going to start fighting? Rub shoulders with who? Generals talk to generals. Lieutenants talk to lieutenants. Slaves is slaves, and slaves do what they're told. Free people do what they want. I'm going to say this again. Slaves do what they're told. Free people do what they want. So stop using European as a stumbling block. Listen, my light is to shine the light on the ones that don't have it. The problem is you got all these Negros that's running around here talking about the Moors, keeping enslaving Africans and black power and white supremacy, but none of them niggas ain't doing nothing because I don't see them in the hood. I don't see them nowhere. But you want to see Sabir in a coffee shop with Europeans. You're going to see me in the south side of Chicago, east side of Chicago, in Detroit,
in Philadelphia, in every hood, shining a light on the ones that don't have it. That's me. That's Sabir Bey. Okay? So I don't know what Moors you have spoken with, but stop with the BS about Moors enslaving Africans. Because every time y'all come, I'm going to keep swinging that scimitar. I'm going to keep coming at you. I'm going to keep coming. And tell them to bring their proof. Where are all the brothers and must treat each other? I got you, brother. But it's crazy. Because cats keep talking about this Moors enslaved Africans crap. They love it. And sometimes, Lakeem, brother, they got to bring a nigga out of me, dude. I can't always be this passionate, humble dude, for real. But I would never call you out your name. But don't think that I'm this passive dude. Okay? The street side can come out too. South Chicago. Yeah, you know already, Kush. You know we've been over there, bruh. You already know. You don't see these dudes in the hood talking to the people. Where was we at in the barbershop on the south side of Chicago when I was building? And I'll be back there. Where were they? Have you ever seen these dudes there? No. Yes, I do. Travel in the hood. Because I'm from the hood. And you'll see me at the mosque in Chicago. And then you'll see me in the worst parts of Detroit. So, again, if you say you have the light, like Minister Farrakhan said, shine your light on the ones that don't have the light. Shine your light on the ones that don't have. Don't get caught up in this white supremacy crap. Please don't do that. What the hell you talking about? He don't know. He don't know. I'm just clearing up about this fact that these keep saying these Moors enslaved Africans. I don't know what he's talking about. Yes, Malcolm knew. Malcolm X knew, well, how to go in the jungle. Yeah, you're right. So let me show my brother this. Get off of here. Oh, man, wrong page. We meet facts to face. Yeah, brother Ram is my brother. No doubt. Ram, that's my brother. Ram is my brother. But you have to research, people. That's all I'm saying to you. We have to research. We have to research this information, yo. Here you go again. I'm not against anybody who's saying black power. I'm going to keep it real with you. I am not. But you cannot keep saying that the Moors enslaved Africans. That's what I'm talking about. We can. My brother Abuna is on here right now from Senegal. He just said Nar is Moor. So y'all looking for M-O-O-R. Please, please, please do your due diligence. Do your research on this. Please do your research on this. And then it will open up. We don't want to deal with responsibility, yo. Yes, we still enslaving each other right now. Because we'll pick up a camera when the cops start beating a brother, shoot a brother. Why the hell you get in it? Since you keep saying we do this and that, jump in it. Start busting back at the cops. Start banging on the cops. I'll wait. I don't have to talk like that. I talk love. This is love teaching. It can get there, but it's about love teaching. You're supposed to educate your people. You take your not brother. The brother that brought me into this, brother Kamara Gabriel brought me into this. I remember before it was Taj. Everybody keep thinking it was Taj Tariq Bey. Kamar said, you take things back through your knowledge first. That's what my brother Kamar Gabriel said. You take things back through your knowledge first. If you're not ready to go to die for this, then y'all need to stop with the hypeness, man. I'm ready to die for the truth of who my people are. I'm ready to die for that. In Philadelphia, where I'm from, in 1774, I keep telling you that your nationality was taken, and then in 1779, Negro, black, and colored was placed on your people. That's a fact. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. And trust me, I got my brothers in the nation backing me, hard body too. And I got my soldiers in the Moors too. Believe me, the Moors are there too. No doubt. My brothers in the nation always make sure you good, Sabir. So I was taught in the nation, you can talk what you want, but listen, when you put your hands on, make sure you don't put them on nobody else. Okay? I'll show you this once again. Will Spain fall to the same Moorish tribes? You see that tribes? Remember what I told y'all? Ask them what tribe of Moors that they talking about. Ask them what tribe of Moors were they talking about. This was in 1938 in Ohio. Ask them what tribe of Moors. Okay? Because you have many. And it says the Moors as a race, not a religion. As a race. Dark skinned, sometimes almost black. Okay? So, now hear people talk crazy. Because they talk to these people that really don't know their history. And believe me, they know exactly who I am, and they run the opposite way. Let's go this way. We don't want to talk to Sabir. He might say something that might wake us up. he might say, talk about the Moors. Resolution 75, yes. Resolution 75 is deep. Look, hold up. Look at this. Let me show you this. Do you know what this is right there? Kush is Zegwe. Hold up. So let me pull this out. This word, Kush, don't take my word for it. If you're Pan African, look it up. Kush is that right there. Zegwe. Look that up, and you will see those people. It's you. Zegwe. Z-A-G-W-E. That's Kush. So if we were Ethiopians and Moors, so what were we then? Why are we arguing? Why are we arguing? See, people want to keep people asleep. Since then, we want to keep our people asleep and deal with white supremacy, whatever the hell that is. And I know y'all shared my videos out. I'm still trying to figure out what is white supremacy. I'm still trying to figure it out. Oh, wait a minute. Why this is in here? Why is it in there? Why is this here too? Oh, the Arabs for such and such and such and such. No, white supremacy don't exist. But see, they deal with white supremacy so they won't have to deal with reality. They deal with white supremacy so they won't deal with reality. And best believe, if you don't believe me, I did a video on it. Punch in YouTube, Sabir Bey and white supremacy. I was on Carl Nelson's show too. Carl Nelson wanted to cut me off because I told him it was a theory. It's not a fact. It's a theory, not a fact. So I talked about that, and he wanted to cut me off. This is the 2017 enslaving of your people. From people on radio. 2017 enslavement. I'm not against it. I want y'all to get this knowledge. And you will see me, like you say, in Leimert Park. You will see me in South Side, the East Side of Chicago, which they say is the Badlands. You will see me in my Philadelphia, where my brother just got shot at. My brother got killed. I'll be in the hood talking to the youth. So if you're not in the hood talking to the youth and going up against these police officers, I don't want to hear it, yo. They think I'm crazy as hell. My man Eddie Griffin asked me, was I ready to die? This is what he asked me. The first thing he saw me and asked me, was I ready to die? I told you, I'm ready to die for the truth. Because I'm going to live forever. I'm not ready to die for something that's stupid. So if y'all ready to die, then when you see your brother getting beat down, don't pick up a camera. Get involved. Don't walk white supremacy. Get involved. Okay? That's simple. You don't need to say anything. So don't say that the Moors is rubbing shoulders when this is not their land. I tell Europeans, this is not the European land. My brother Norris is on here. He know this is not the Europeans' land, the so-called white man's land. This is not theirs. Why don't you tell them to go home? Why don't you tell the Europeans to show their green cards to be here? Get the boss to say that. I will be in Vegas next weekend. My brother Amadeus Christ and I is doing another piece, so I'll be floating around in Vegas next weekend. He's flying me in next week after I get from Memphis. I'm going to Memphis this weekend with Eddie again. Memphis, Tennessee with Eddie Griffin. So I'll be in Vegas next weekend. But I'm always in Leimert Park. We can always have this sit down, brother, and have this dialogue. But you have to have an open mind. You have to have books. You have to research. That's all I'm saying. There was an elder out here in LA that said, I'm going to keep Bay at bay. He said, I'm going to keep Bay at bay. That's a joke, right? Keep Bay at bay. Come on, man. Stop. Yeah, that's what we should be saying. Go back to Europe. See, but they don't have the knowledge to tell a European to go back to Europe. They're not even from Europe. They're from the Caucasus Mountains where the Moors, our ancestors, sent them up there. We did that. But we have always been the first. Ethiopia was actually the first place for immigration. We always been open people. We always been humanitarians. The Moors was the first humanitarians. The first humanitarians we were. So I want to suggest this movie that they got planned while y'all like watching Power. Go watch this movie called The Viking. Go watch this movie called The Viking. Not Power, watch The Viking. Season 4, episode 16. I'll keep throwing this out there. Season 4, episode 16. And watch what they talk about. They had to whitewash everything. They talk about the Moors in there. We need to rope them back in. Yes. Oh, the European knows that. That's why he had to put out the dirt on the Moors. That's why they had to put the dirt out here on the Moors. I told you, in order to discredit somebody, that's all you got to do is make up a story or a lie. That's all they had to do. That's all. Put out the dirt on the Moors. No problem. They're not going to want to do that. Oh, you just watched it? It was deep. See what I'm saying? Now, where are these cats telling y'all to go research this stuff at? Yeah, that's where the word Caucasian come from. But you can't tell them that, though. They don't know. Episode 16. Season 4, episode 16. Europeans tell the truth in their movies. It's a TV show. I think it's a series. While we run around here talking about white supremacy, and they running around here taking all your resources from the land. Got you thinking that you're not an American. Negroes running around saying, I'm not an American. Yes, I'm an American, dude. I'm not stupid. I know what an American is. I'm the true American. I don't know about these Europeans. They calling themselves Moors on the show Vikings. Man, listen, dude. They're not getting this. Go watch my Periscopes. I got stuff up there, man. Listen. Through the whole while, these Negroes running around telling me I'm not an American, but you're benefiting from America. But if you got a passport, and if you don't have a passport, they probably lost because their passport gonna say United States of America. And you're getting on their planes, you're riding their planes, and the only excuse that we throw up and say we're prisoners of war. Who says that? Let's keep it real. Do you hear anybody say that? Let's keep it 120, y'all. What other race of people you hear saying as an excuse, oh, well, brother, I know we're prisoners of war? Who says that? What other race of people says we're prisoners of war? I was watching the guy from Star Trek. And was talking about how oppressed he was growing up here in the United States and how they overcame things and how they had a curfew. I don't hear him talking about that. Negroes that never even suffered that talk that craziness. Negroes that never suffered, they said they had a curfew. Go look up the guy, the Chinese dude who was playing on the original Star Trek was talking about when he was growing up, they had a curfew. And people would come to their house, soldiers would come to their houses. Negroes ain't going through that, so how are you a prisoner of war? How? Did y'all see that video? I mean, go to punch in, I can't, Sulu, Doctor, whatever his name is. Just look him up. He did a video, somebody interviewing him about him growing up and how they used to come to his house and they had a curfew. These Negroes ain't got curfews. But yet we prisoners of war. That's the only thing you could do to get out of the deal with reality. And you're going to say the Moors are rubbing shoulders with the Europeans? They are damn children. These Europeans are our children. And I tell them that all the time. And I've been saying it on the radio for the longest. They are our children. Point blank, period. I think that's what it is. Vikings unearthed. I just know Viking. This is so-called Jewish attorney just admitted. He just admitted to me that Navi is teaching the truth. Wow. And that the board, wow, that's dope. See, the Europeans know, dude. The Jewish people know. They know what time it is, dude. See, people use excuses to get out of this. I want y'all to share this video out. Share it out. Share. Share. Constantly keep sharing it out. Okay? So they know. Trust me. They know Chiquetta was good. They know who you black folks are. You black folks just don't know. And the ones that is teaching you in this Black Power movement, believe me, them cats are Masons. You may not know that they're Masons, but I can tell. And if anybody tell you, like Runoko Rashidi gonna tell you, that I resent anybody that say Africans enslaved Africans. Yes, the hell we did. He's lying to you too. And nor do they go in these other countries calling themselves black. No, they do not. They're going to call themselves on the ethnicity or the land. Period. So y'all can share this out to whoever it is. I'm always flying around somewhere. They can inbox me. Whatever. If y'all need more clarity, there's other videos I have on YouTube with over 100 books on the table, cross-references, not 2.5 books. These Europeans befriended us. And yeah, they did. I don't even know. I think it is. This is just Vikings. I don't know. It may be. Yes, they befriended us. He got mad and hung up on Navi twice. Wow. 2 weeks ago. Wow. He showed us today that wow, came back up and apologized. Wow. Yes, they're going to get mad because the reality is kicking in, yo. We are in the information age. There's no way in 2017 that we're supposed to be dumb today. We are in the information age, yo. Seriously. I don't get my information off of Wikipedia. I don't get my information off of Google. If I find something on Google, I'm going to find and deeply research it. Okay, that's what's up. Now watch it. Season 4, episode 16. Even in Bamboozle with Stevie Wonder, that soundtrack in Bamboozle, Google it. Or go to YouTube. He said in 1492, when y'all came upon these shores, 700 years educated by the Moors. From now until then, we have been unrepresented people. That's Stevie Wonder in Bamboozle soundtrack. Go punch it in on YouTube. Bamboozled, Stevie Wonder on the Moors. Watch. In 1492, Will Smith was called a blackamoor in Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West movie, there's a scene with Ludless. He called Will Smith a blackamoor. He jamming with Rick James. Because it's your birthright. It's who you are. Blacks don't have a nationality. Stop looking for benefits, people. It's your birthright. Maybe if you exercise, you would deal with human rights instead of civil rights. Let me repeat this again. Maybe, just maybe, if you deal with your nationality, you would deal with human rights instead of civil rights. People keep looking for benefits, looking for something. You don't have a nationality. Maybe we can take it to the next level. Your black leaders have been selling y'all out for the longest, yo. For the longest. Robin Hood, too. Hey, Papa, yeah, remember that scene in Robin Hood? Punching Morgan Freeman, and his name, Morgan, is a free man. In the movie, he said, what kind of name is Azim? Is it Koresh? He said, is it Moorish? The Moorish people was us. He said, no, it's Moorish. He said it's Moorish. Go watch the movie Morgan Freeman. And Morgan Freeman is a Tuareg. Please look up the Tuareg tribe. I'm going to say this again. Look up the Tuareg, which they made a Jeep out of called the Tuareg from Volkswagen. Then look up the Tuareg and you will see that it was the sand dwellers in the Sahara Desert. Okay? Obadru Ali. Okay? South Carolina was waking up. Yes, no doubt. Keep waking them up in South Carolina, man. Wake them up, baby. Wake them up. Let them know this is not this European's land, yo. Wake them up down there. And don't let none of them off the hook. None of them. None of them. Through the whole movie of Martin Lawrence, they called him a Black Knight. They called him, in Black Knight, they called him a Moor. Are you mocking me, Moor? You better watch your tongue, Moor. Through the whole movie. They didn't say those particular Moors over there. No. Many different. It depends on what tribe you from. I just told you, synagogue, my brother's on here from synagogue. They call it Nar. It's Wolof. It depends on where you were from. I don't know. I know my ancestors was from here also. They Gullah Geechee. The Gullah. Yep. The long ship. Yep. Many of them. Many of them. So listen, that's all I really wanted to get. I wasn't trying to be on here long, y'all. So share this video out. And don't forget to support. Go to support. SabirBayRadio@gmail.com. SabirBayRadio@gmail.com. I hope y'all got something out of this.